Ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls, basketball fans of all ages, this is Arthur E. Staff Gymnasium, home of the Brockton Boxers, and today it's one of the matchups that have gotten quite competitive in the last couple of years. The Durfee Hilltoppers, first and foremost, Big Three divisional opponent, playoff opponent 2 years ago in the 2017 South Sectional. Brockton getting the better of that particular matchup by 1 point right at the buzzer, Miles. 58-57. I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson, joined alongside Big Game Miles Jackson. Miles, we're nearing the end of the regular season, and this is a big game.
Yes, it is, because like you just said, it's near the end of the season, and these wins and or losses really count. And it's always when the Big Three, either Durfee or New Bedford, it's always a great game for the most part. And you can just throw out the records.
Amir Louis Charles hit a layup right off the bat. Isaiah Morency on the other side hit a three to give Durfee a 3-2 lead. We are about a minute into this one. Marquise Dos Santos with it now, off to Robinson. Now it's Amir Louis Charles for three, no good. Dos Santos slapping the rebound to Tajan Silva. He's still tapping for it, and Durfee eventually comes down with it, able to get it to Javon Hawley.
Yeah, good effort by Silva to battle for that rebound.
A three from the top of the key for number 5, Neelan Nera, no good.
Yeah, nice block out there by Louise Charles to get that defensive rebound. Ooh, nice
Todd
defense
Robinson.
right there.
Long lead pass for Louis Charles, trying to force it into Okunlola, and it's a turnover for the Boxers. Nera on the far side, layup didn't get enough on it. Louis Charles comes down on the rebound, up and down the court they go. Now Okunlola fighting for space, his layup no good. Amir Louis Charles in the right place at the right time, shot no good. Tajan Silva with the rebound, he kicks it out to Louis Charles, now to Todd Robinson, thought about the three, now it's Louis Charles, back to Robinson. 22 on the shot clock. Todd Robinson setting up the Boxer offense. Louis Charles off to Okunlola at the charity stripe. His two in, and a couple of bounces off the rim, and it hung there for a second, but eventually it falls in, and Brockton has a 4-3 lead.
Yeah, nice job by the Boxers offense not to rush your shot. Bring it back out, make sure you get a good shot, and they did by Okunlola.
How about a couple of offensive rebounds there for the Boxers?
Yeah, so far they're really hustling for those rebounds on both ends of the court.
Kickball on Brockton. Durfee takes over.
Yeah, not a good pass by Silva.
It's one of those rare matchups where we have competing cheerleading squads. The Durfee cheerleaders are located directly behind us and are awfully loud, if I must say so myself. There's a block for Tajan Silva. Out of bounds off of Durfee. Brockton takes over.
Yeah, nice play by defensive play by Silva. He went up there and rejected that shot.
Robinson give and go with Silva. Now it's Louis Charles trying to find space. He forces it up, no good. It's going to be a hold called on.
Yeah, right now the Boxers are missing a lot of shots. They are getting second attempts.
That foul was called on Robinson. The ref said number 10, but there is no number 10 on the floor for the Boxers. That's going to be an armbar against Robinson, so 2 quick fouls for Todd Robinson, the 5'9" junior. Now number 10, Diamond Blakely, comes in. Durfee with a lot of prayer passing. Trying to get it over the Boxers, which is not an easy task.
Yeah, it looks like the Boxers are playing a 2-3 defense.
A long rainbow three, that's an air ball. And Neelan Nera can't keep it in bounds. Brockton takes over.
Yeah, good defense by the Boxers there. Durfee really couldn't find a shot.
Tajan Silva as Durfee's trying to get the full court press going. Diamond Blakely breaks it. Okunlola for three. No good. Blakely comes down with the rebound out to Tajan Silva. His three off the front of the rim, no good. Okunlola and Amir Louis Charles fighting for the rebound. It gets to Okunlola, who gives it out to Diamond Blakely with a fresh shot clock.
Yeah, nice job by Blakely to bring it back out, settle it down.
Diamond Blakely now to Tajan Silva, top of the key. Okunlola down low off the glass and in.
Yeah, nice job by the big man right in the middle. That's where he likes to mix it up. He has no problem banging bodies with the defenders.
Going for a little slip is number 25 of Durfee, Ty Lopes. And hitting a two as a result is number 13, Isaiah Morency.
Yeah, that was a nice shot by Morency.
Okunlola thought about the three, gives it to Dos Santos. He takes the long ball, no good. Louis Charles can't grab the rebound cleanly and throws it out of bounds.
Louis Charles, he just misjudged where the ball was going to go there because he really should have had that ball. Look at that, Okunlola right underneath.
Well,
nice pass.
Brockton now going with the jumbo set. I get my first look of the season at Zendon Correa, 6'8" senior.
Yeah, well, Zendon, last time I saw him out here, he turned the game around for the Boxers with his height. A lot of intimidation, a lot of block shots. He's definitely an asset when he's on the floor.
And it won't take much for him to get up to the rim. Big man takes a three a little bit too long. Nera comes down with the rebound. Now tripped up and coming away with its number 20. That's Trenton Biddle to Blakely off the glass and in.
Yeah, nice job by Blakely to drive right to the hole and put up the bunny.
It remains a 1-point ball game, 8-7 Brockton on top. 2:45 to go in the first quarter. This is Javon Hawley. Hawley reverse layup is good.
That was a nice job, him using the floor. What the defense gave him, ended up with a pretty easy shot underneath.
Biddle off to Okunlola, back to Biddle. 2.5 to go in the first quarter. He hands off to Diamond Blakely. Now back to Biddle. He takes a three, no good. Followed his shot, gets his own rebound, and the putback attempt, no good.
A great job following his shot. He was smart enough to go after it, came right back to him.
Vikim Nichols is going to come into the game to give the Boxers even more size as Milton Nera hits a three. Nichols is 6'6".
That was a nice shot by Nahar.
Blakely to Okunlola.
Wow.
Strong off the glass and in.
There's a lot of body contact there. I thought it maybe should have been possibly an offensive foul, but no call. Nice shot by the big man. Went up strong.
Hawley just barely avoiding a 5-second violation for being lackadaisical at the line. Okunlola comes up with the steal, and now it's number 33, Jason Starks with it. Starks to Blakely over to Biddle. Biddle trying to drive the lane. He took about 17 steps with that ball. Biddle for three is good. Rather, that was Starks for three is good.
Yeah, nice job by Starks. Squared up nicely.
Hawley all the way in. No good. Loose ball brought down by Trenton Biddle. Starks reverses to Okunlola. Now Blakely. 20 on the shot clock, 55 left. Three no good, and you can hear the directions from Bob Bowen. Follow the shot.
Exactly.
We were talking with Coach Bowen before this game on the Steph Curry effects as we were watching the JV game, and people were just hawking up threes from all over the place and watching them, Miles, like they were in the Museum of Fine Arts. And Coach Bowen says, well, that's really a lost art form, and art form is exactly how I would describe a perfect following of your shot.
Exactly.
As Starks takes a three, no good. Nichols down low, lays it up and in.
Yeah, good job by Brockton dominating the offensive boards right there.
Nero almost with a backcourt violation. Brockton's full court press is working. Starks hit from behind. That's going to be an offensive foul against Durfee, number 25, Ty Lopes.
Yeah, that's just great pressure by the Boxers. They're in a trapping type defense on Durfee, and Durfee's having problems with it.
Blakely for Trenton. Biddle tried the finger roll, no good.
Yeah, that was...
Now a long shot almost finds its way home as the buzzer sounds. We're at the end of a very competitive first quarter, Miles. 15-12 your score, Brockton on top.
Yeah, Brockton's playing great defense, controlling the boards pretty well, but Durfee's hanging right in there, doing their thing, making shots, fighting for the ball. So it's right now it's been a very competitive game.
Talk about that stifling defense by the Brockton Boxers right at the end, especially forcing the Durfee offensive foul that led to an opportunity on the other side.
Yeah, when they started trapping the Durfee ball handler, Durfee had some problems getting out of the situation, and Brockton had a few steals there and some points, put some points on the board.
Well, we'll tease it now, but Miles, it is Super Bowl weekend. End of the third quarter, as is tradition, we'll get the official score prediction, but break down the very compelling matchup.
Yeah, it's like young against the old. You got Bill Belichick, grandfather age, going up against his grandson.
Sean McVay, a
yes,
whopping,
Sean McVay,
I think he's,
yes.
what, 35 years old?
33.
33.
And then you got old man Brady still going up against
41 going against a
his
24, 25-year-old?
Exactly. Just amazing.
Stay tuned. End of the third quarter, the BCA Sports Super Bowl predictions. Nilton Nera called for a double dribble right off the bat.
It was either double dribble or backcourt foul, a backcourt violation. I was looking at his feet. I said, what's he doing?
Zendon Correa with it. Out to Blakely. He takes a three from the top of the key, and it's good.
Yeah, nice shot by Blakely. He squared up nicely at the top of the key. Nobody was on him, and he took advantage and took the shot.
Although I think they may be waving that off for a push against Vikim Nichols. So the three does not count. Let's take a look at it right there on the replay.
They said the bucket's good. Yeah,
the bucket, and then an immediate foul on the Boxers. Okay, so it's 18-12, Brockton on top. Diamond Blakely with it. Off to Biddle, Zendon Correa at the charity stripe, in for Nichols. Nichols strong up, no good, gets his own rebound. Counted and one for Vikim Nichols.
Yeah. Yeoman work underneath by the big man, number 34, Tim Nichols. 6'6", junior. And if I'm pronouncing that right, Vikim Nichols. Here it is right here. He goes up strong, battles, goes over everybody, finally gets fouled.
There's no help there, Miles. There's no help, and Nichols grabbed his own rebound over four Hilltoppers.
Yes, right.
Must be nice to be tall.
Well, tall, don't mind banging bodies out there.
We're being told by our, 6'3" director, Paul Mandeville, that being tall has its moments.
Yep.
21-12 the score. Brockton on top, 7:09 to go in the second quarter.
The Zen master, Paul Mandeville, is a tall, dark, and handsome individual.
Careful, he might end up putting...
and mysterious.
Careful, Miles. He might end up putting that on a business card. Jason Starks to inbound. He gets it to Zendon Correa. Not much competition on Correa's layup attempt. That kicks it out to Biddle for three. No good. And an offensive foul on Kim Nichols. Okunlola replaces Nichols, who has 2 personal fouls.
You know, it's nice to have someone come off the bench that is just as strong as your starter and doesn't mind banging bodies underneath for you when your starter comes out. So good job by Nichols. Give Okunlola a rest.
Nera up to A.B. Medrano. Medrano forgot the ball, and now Diamond Blakely has it for Brockton. Okunlola at the charity stripe down to Correa, and that's a perfectly executed play for the Brockton Boxers. Durfee calls a timeout.
Exactly, it was perfect play because once Diamond, you'll see it right here. Once Blakely passes the ball never touches the floor again. Right there, right there. Like you said, textbook type passing to underneath.
The long arms by Correa to reach out and really grab that before Durfee had an opportunity to come up with a steal. And then once you've got a 6'8" guy in the paint with the ball with arms as long as Zendon Correa's, there's going to be no mistake made.
See, and again, Zendon has come in and made a difference. This was a close ball game, but right now, since he has come in, the Bucks has increased their lead to about 11 points. So he can be a difference maker when he is inserted into the basketball game.
Miles, if you think about where Brockton was at this point last year, undefeated, ranked #1 in the whole state of Massachusetts. Rob Bowen says, well, we should be undefeated and ranked top 3 this year. The losses they had, 2 against BR, I think he said out of the 4 losses, 2 of them come against BR, very winnable games that came down to a few mistakes right at the end. There hasn't been that much of a drop-off, especially in the lineup when you look at all the returning players for Brockton and the pieces they've added.
Yeah, I want to say the Boxers, basically between those 2 Bridgewater-Raham games, at least one of them, they kind of beat themselves, like you said, and made too many mistakes and gave Bridgewater-Raham the win.
New Bedford was one of the other tough losses that the Boxers suffered. This is Josiah Davis to Okunlola, down low for Correa, who didn't get quite high enough. That'll probably be the only time you hear me say that, but he was fouled on the way up by A.B. Medrano.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Okunlola, when he gets the ball at the free throw line, he looks for the big man underneath, and he finds him, beautiful pass. And that's a nice 1-2 punch when them 2 are in there together.
24-12, Brockton up by 12 on the Durfee Hilltoppers. Who says centers can't shoot free throws?
Yeah, Zendon has a nice shot, has a nice free throw shot. Nice and light, nice arc on it for a big man. Very smooth.
And for those wondering, he is listed on the roster as a center. That one hit the top of the backboard. Should have been ruled out of bounds. Dos Santos to Davis, back to Dos Santos. Down low for Correa. He goes up and was hit from behind, but the shot falls, no call.
Yeah, nice job. He was ready for the pass. Brockton's putting on a nice clinic on getting the ball to the big man in the red paint.
That's a travel, and it is called on Ty Lopes. Biddle throws it into Josiah Davis. Mayor Louis Charles to Marquis Dos Santos. Gets it over to Biddle. His acrobatic layup, no good. Ball ping-ponging around. Durfee comes down with it.
Well, that was a nice move to the basket. It just didn't go in. What was that? What was that?
going to be out of bounds off of Durfee after the no call on the other end. Four and a half to go in the second quarter, 27-12, Brockton on top. Dos Santos with it, over to Louis Charles, had the open three, instead gets blocked by Nilton Nera.
Yeah, Nera, he's got some height on him. He is actually taller than Louis Charles, but nice defensive play.
Dos Santos trying to force it into Okunlola, unsuccessful. Lopes comes away with it, and he is blocked loudly by Okunlola.
Wow.
And that's all ball, as evidenced by the no call by the referee that was standing 2 feet away. Okunlola to the corner for Dos Santos. Now Biddle, no look past Okunlola. Back to Dos Santos for three, no good. And coming down with the rebound is Isaiah Morency for the Hilltoppers. Nera takes a wide open three. That's no good.
Durfee's gone cold from the outside all of a sudden. And I think it's because of the great defensive play by the Boxers. Down.
And as is tradition, Miles, we have become the check-in table.
Yes.
Number 23, Brendan McRoy, into the game for the Hilltoppers. He's only a freshman. Nera lost it. Biddle picks it up. It's a 3-on-1. Biddle lays it up and in.
Nice defensive play by Biddle.
Timeout called by Durfee. They're down 29-12. They have yet to score in this second quarter with 3:17 to go.
Yeah, you'll see, and that's because of the defense. It's been total a defensive-dominated second quarter where Brockton has almost shut out Durfee in this second quarter.
How about the little guy, Marquise Dos Santos, 5'11", right at the end of that play. He got up to the rim to make sure that that ball fell.
Yeah, a lot of spring in his sneakers there. He can get up, and a lot of spring in his legs. But, yeah, Brockton's doing a great job with the defense and great half-court offense, feeding it to the big man to open it up on the outside. And they've hit some of them shots from the outside too, Mad Dog.
Most impressive part for me, Miles, the ball isn't hitting the floor very often for the Boxers, which is always the most exciting brand of basketball to watch.
Yes, it is. And that's something you just don't see a lot this day and age, where everybody likes to dribble the basketball and shake and bake and do their thing.
Also on the agenda for later in this game, the circus surrounding superstar players demanding trades in the NBA.
Unbelievable.
Or in some cases not demanding trades, having a meeting on what their future is with the team and then getting traded an hour later.
Yeah. Not as much loyalty as it used to be.
On a block from behind by Amir Louis Charles. Loose ball. It's a scrum on the floor. Okunlola picks it up, gives it to Louis Charles, and he gives it back to Josiah Davis.
Yeah, great job by Louis Charles. Come from behind.
This is very reminiscent of the third quarter against Bridgewater Raynham the other night. Brockton went on a 17-0 run to start that third quarter. They finished that third quarter 19-3.
Yeah, nice job by the offense to bring it back outside. He surveyed the situation.
Dos Santos Okunlola's floater no good.
That's what they wanted to do. Ball just didn't fall.
Blakely and Jason Starks getting ready to come into the game, and that is the first points for Durfee in this second quarter. It comes with 1:50 remaining, courtesy of A.B. Madrano.
That's unbelievable.
Dos Santos couldn't handle the low pass. Lopes with it, trying to work his way
Wow.
inside. Does off the glass and in.
Nice job by Lopes. Little dipsy doodle there.
Diamond Blakely to Trent Biddle as Zendon Correa gets ready to come in. Starks, 3, in and out. Correa comes in for Biddle. Blakely, rather Dos Santos will come out in favor of Noah Olawu, the 5'9" sophomore. Now it's Ty Lopes for the Hilltoppers. Underhanding it to Nera. Now up for Medrano. Back to Nera. And not able to catch up to it is McRoy. Brockton takes over. Rather, they're going to say that was off of Brockton.
Yeah.
Durfee retains possession.
Yeah.
10 on the shot clock, so Durfee's going to move here. Nilton Nera with it. He's getting double teamed. McRoy with it now. He one-hands it, and it is picked up by Correa, who thought about the dunk, lost the handles, laid it up and in.
Yeah, smart move by Correa. Like you said, he lost the handle with it. He wanted to dunk it, but he was smart enough to put it off the glass.
But I'll tell you, my life flashed before my eyes because Correa was
Yeah.
coming at us like a freight train, trying to keep that ball in bounds.
We just draw action towards us.
10 on the shot clock. Loose ball. And a foul called on A.B. Medrano. Shot clock off. Brockton up 31-16 here in the second quarter. Diamond Blakely with it. Brockton will hold on for last shot. And instead coming up with a steal is Medrano. He lays it up and in with a second left. Blakely throws up a prayer after the whistle. It does not fall. We're at the end of the first half, Miles. 31-18 your score. Brockton running away with the second quarter. Durfee only putting up 6 points in that second frame. The defense and the rebounding for the Boxers really the difference so far.
Yeah, defense, offensive boards, defensive boards, passing, working the ball inside. This is what you get for a score. When the game was close at the end of the first quarter, but it was like 2-4 points difference. But because of Brockton's great defense and Brockton's great half-court offense, just took this game to another level.
31-18 your score at the end of the first half. Brockton on top of Big 3 divisional rival, the Durfee Hilltoppers. We're going to step aside, take a short break, and bring you second half action right after this.
I was living in a shelter, juggling 3 jobs. I had to be resilient. That's something that you can't teach.
That taught me a work ethic,
Initiative.
responsibility, and that's what I bring to work every day.
I was a younger executive, I made the mistake of assuming others should do things the way I did. Today, I aspire to manage compassionately.
Do you want to retire like a champ? Just like legendary basketball star Uncle Drew?
Don't do him like that, Uncle Drew!
You're already acing the game. You've got your dream ride.
Don't be slamming my door.
Sorry about that.
You just did the same.
Gotta get the boys. Your dream vacation and your dream team. And now you can make your retirement just as legendary.
I get buckets.
Get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Hi everyone, my name is Jessie Page and I'm a 19-year-old YouTuber from New Jersey. Growing up, I had severe social anxiety and I definitely have faced a lot of isolation from it. I personally isolated myself. I was put into special treatment and I had an aide growing up and I was always just known as the kid that needed an aide and couldn't be alone. I think most people that go through social anxiety will relate to me when I say that it can't always permanently go away and you're always gonna have relapses in certain forms, but I definitely feel like I have a lot better control over it, which I'm just really proud of myself for. It can seem incredibly awkward to talk about mental health, but I encourage everyone to really start the conversation. One of the most important things with friends, trying to help out other friends that are going through anxiety is to make sure that they know that they shouldn't be ashamed of this thing and you shouldn't treat them as if they're like a special case. Definitely don't let it seem like it's something crippling. Just reiterating like it's okay and like it's going to be okay is even so helpful. Make it a point to like share your intentions. Like, hey, I just want to talk to you about this because I care. Because I want to see you happy, because I want to see you do your best. I think just letting people know your intentions is super important.
Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, basketball fans of all ages, welcome back into Staff Gymnasium for second half action between the Durfee Hilltoppers and your Brockton Boxers. Once again, I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson, joined alongside my broadcast partner, Big Game Miles Jackson. Miles, a very big performance by the Brockton Boxers in the second quarter, puts them up 31-18 entering the second half.
Yeah, and let's hope that in this second half they can continue that intensity. And Durfee will never get back in this ball game if Brockton carries out their game plan.
Number one with a finger roll, Javon Hawley, no good. Brockton comes away with it. Amir Louis Charles, Dos Santos in the corner for three, no good. Offensive board for Robinson. Louis Charles now takes a three, and that's good.
Yeah.
On a long two.
Yeah, he can thank Todd Robinson for going in and crashing the boards as one of the smaller guys out there. Nice job on the offensive boards.
Nara off to Isaiah Morency. Now it's Ty Lopes. His layup is good.
Yeah, nice job with his body.
We have a foul called on Milton Nara. Nara's second personal foul.
Yeah, Okundola has a nice job. Does a nice job when he gets the ball inside in the paint. He knows how to fake it and make the defensive man commit himself.
Lopes comes away with the loose ball. He's fouled by Okunlola. And Coach Bowen's face is as red as his sweater.
See it right there.
That's one of those necessary fouls.
Yeah. Make them earn it at the free throw line.
Ty Lopes good on his first attempt. And 2 for 2. Todd Robinson with it. Robinson driving baseline, trying to get it out to Nera, comes away with it and lays it up and in.
Yeah, not a good pass by Robinson.
Durfee on a little bit of a run here, 33-24, back to a single-digit deficit for the Hilltoppers. Amir Louis Charles off to Dos Santos. Dos Santos in for Okunlola, his long two, no good. And Nera comes down with the rebound for the Hilltoppers. It's Javon Hawley with it. Hawley in for Nera. Nera trying to find a lane, instead gives it to Morency, his 2 from the charity stripe, no good. Okunlola on contested rebound. Out of bounds off of Ty Lopes, who is trying to plead his case.
You'll see it right here on the replay. Nice transition game right there by the Hilltoppers. Brockton's come out in the second half a little flat.
Okunlola's shot no good. Nera comes down with yet another rebound. (33-24), 5 minutes to go. Count it in, 1 for number 30.
Trying to see where the foul is. I didn't see a foul. Wow. Good replay right there by our team down in the booth. You see it again. Let's see if there's a foul. From this advantage, I don't see much body contact, just enough, I believe, because there was a referee underneath, had a better angle.
Trajan Fletcher, number 30, not listed on our roster.
But the Hilltoppers have whittled this game down to 7 points.
Diamond Blakely pulling up, shooting along 2, no good. Nera yet another rebound here in the second half.
Yeah, tough break right there for Blakely. That came in and out.
And miscommunication on the pass leads to a Durfee turnover.
Ooh, nice hustle right there by Starks.
Now it's Blakely.
Wow.
Zendon Correa couldn't grab the loose ball. Now Ty Lopes on the other side. He is run into. And they're going to say count it and 1 for Ty Lopes, who could realistically be at the line for 4 shots. He was fouled by Okunlola and Trenton Biddle, all to say there's the initial foul, and then Okunlola came in with a midair hip check.
Hilltoppers have dropped it down to 4 points.
Biddle has his shot blocked. Okunlola, and Starks comes away with it. His shot no good. Durfee finally able to get it.
Durfee really hustling these last few minutes. basically out hustling the Boxers. And that's why you see the score that you do.
Durfee bringing it back to a 4-point ball game. And losing his footing was Javon Hawley. Able to regain his composure. Now Neela Nera.
And he can hit that shot if nobody's on him.
1-point ball game. Durfee charging back out of halftime. Okunlola counted in 1.
And that was a beautiful pass by Correa. Just a little shovel pass to the other big man. And he has a chance for a 3-point play. Boxers really needed that basket just to break the ice. You'll see it right here. Nice little dish off right there.
He really got the Durfee defense with his play action pass. Everyone thought he was going up for the shot, myself included. Morency grabbing the loose ball.
Yeah, he came down the court. Nobody was on him. Got the easy rebound and easy shot.
36-34 starts from way downtown, no good. Durfee comes away with it with a chance to tie or take the lead. Ty Lopes for the lead, no good.
That's that Stephon Curry
The
syndrome.
Steph Curry effect.
Yeah, the Steph Curry effect. These guys are taking a 3-point shot way out. Nice.
Oh, Zednan Correa.
Nice. Okunlola with the nice pass to his teammate. And they both complement each other very well.
Lopes for 3, no good. And begging for a call.
Yeah, that looked like there was some contact.
The Durfee bench still appealing for a call on the other side for Ty Lopes. I believe the ref is going to get give a bench warning to Durfee here.
Yeah, we'll see it right
and
here.
they're still appealing for a call.
Yeah. And Diamond Blakely got knocked down, and I believe he'll go to the free throw
And they
line.
did call it on the other end, so now Durfee is begging for consistency. Here's a look at the Ty Lopes no call.
Let's see if there was
Right
some
there,
contact.
he
Ticky-tack
He
contact.
threw the shot up
Yeah.
first, and then the contact
Okay,
came.
there you go.
.154 left in the third quarter, 38-34. Brockton on top in what has been, at least in this third quarter, all Durfee. It's been as close as 2 points, the deficit here in the third quarter.
That's why in these big 3 games, it's hard to predict until you look at the end of the game and see what the score is. Again, like I said, you just throw out the win-loss records and let the 2 teams go at each other.
Blakely good on his first attempt to make it a 5-point ball game. No good on his second uncontested rebound for Trajan Fletcher. Nera, 3, good.
Wide open.
Blakely with it. Long 3, no good. Vikim Nichols grabs the rebound. He puts it up. Oh, my God. 7 bounces off the rim, and it didn't fall.
Golden opportunity wasted right there.
39-37, the score, Brockton on top.
Nice job by Blakely getting the ball tied up for a jump ball. Durfee's possession.
Quick floater down low is good.
That was too easy.
Tie game, 39-39. 1 minute to go in the third quarter. Coach Jamison Guimond at half court screaming directions to his team. Now Biddle off the glass and in.
Sweet from his left side and kisses it off the glass.
That's Hawley to Nara. Nara called for the travel.
Yeah, Nara, he wanted it. He was feeling it.
Blakely loses his footing, gets it back, gives it to Biddle. Biddle gets knocked into by A.B. Madrano. A three from the corner is good. That is Javon Hawley.
Yep. Hawley wide open in the corner.
And that gives Durfee back their first lead since the first quarter.
Wow, there was some contact there. No call.
The buzzer sounds. And for the first time since about 2 minutes left in the first quarter, Durfee has a lead, 42-41. Miles, what was the halftime speech for Durfee?
I don't know what it was, but it was a good speech because Hilltoppers came out here with their guns a-blazing, and they really out-hustled the Boxers in that third quarter.
And on the other side, the Boxers only putting up 8 points in that third quarter. They need to turn it around, and they need to figure it out because this is a game, especially the way they played in the second quarter, that they should run away with.
Yeah, one problem in that third quarter for the Boxers was they missed a lot of shots. They did get a lot of rebounds, but they just couldn't put the ball back in the basket, and they also threw away the ball a number of times, and Durfee took advantage of the turnovers and produced points.
Miles, we're at the end of the third quarter. Your official BCA Sports Super Bowl prediction.
Patriots 34, Rams 24.
So I'll delve a little deeper into it. It's going to be the exact same game as 2001.
I hope so.
It's going to come down to the Patriots with 2 minutes to go, getting the ball back with a chance to win on a field goal. Gostowski's going to nail it, and the Patriots are going to kick a walk-off field goal. 27-24 Patriots.
There you go. Nice job by Biddle driving to the basket and got fouled.
Foul number 2, that's his third foul. Fourth team foul. 2 shots.
What's the must-have food at the Miles Jackson Super Bowl party?
It's a good question. I like sub sandwiches, wingettes, barbecued wingettes. See the boxes. Excuse me, Boxers putting that press on.
Nara in and out. Okunlola grabs it.
Well, that was a tough break there.
So we're changing it up at the Mad Dog Super Bowl viewing party this year. Last year we had 25 people in a 2-bedroom apartment.
Wow.
There was carnage everywhere.
I tell you, that was beautiful pass into the big man, and he put it right up and got fouled. Chance for a 3-point play right here.
Ty Lopes' 4th foul, and that's huge because he has by far been the most effective Durfee Hilltopper.
Yes, yes.
And the close second would be Neelan Nara. But Ty Lopes has definitely had the biggest impact. Madrano to Hawley to Morency, back to Madrano, and it's going to be a Durfee ball. Morency from the corner, no good, but he's fouled beyond the arc, and it'll be at the line for 3 shots.
Yeah, Starks a little bit too aggressive. He should have just intimidated him, but he went a little bit too aggressive and fouled him on the arm.
So now it's Trejon Fletcher at the line for 3 shots. No good on his first attempt. For 3 at the line is Fletcher, and that's huge for Brockton.
Yeah, that big break for the Boxers there.
And the Boxers came away with the rebound. Now Starks. To Okunlola, back to Starks. Looking for Correa down low off the glass and in.
Starks did a nice job decoying like he was going to shoot the basketball, and dishes it into the big man, and he takes advantage with the easy bunny.
46-42, the score. Brockton on top. Nara taken down, no call. Fletcher good on the floater. It's 46-44. Nara comes down with the missed Blakely shot. Now Fletcher to Morency, no good.
Wow.
Javon Hawley's reaction said it all. He put his hands on his head and looked up to the sky from beyond the arc.
Wow, golden opportunity.
Correa down low. He is fouled by Neelan Nera as Brockton gets ready to send in 3/5 of its starting lineup. Dos Santos, Louis Charles, and Todd Robinson will replace.
And Correa did an excellent job of making the defensive man commit himself in the air. And then Correa went up for the shot, and there was body contact, and there was a foul.
Blakely, Starks, Biddle all out for the Boxers. Correa's missed shot ripped down by Neelan Nara. 6 minutes to go. 46-44, it's a 2-point ball game. Okunlola comes down with the rebound. He's looking for the Hail Mary to Correa. He lays it up. Counted and one for Zendon Correa.
That was a beautiful athletic move. And that was not easy for him to spin that ball underneath because the defensive player had him if he tried to dunk the shot. But he adjusted his body well. You'll see it right here.
Look at the pass.
Yes. Yes, and he used the backboard on the spin shot. Nice job by Correa.
And he hits the free throw.
That was a big play right there for the Boxers, even though it's still a lot of time left.
Next foul on Brockton will put the Hilltoppers in a 1-on-1 bonus situation. Here's Javon Hawley for Ty Lopes back into the game. He's got 4 personal fouls. He's going to be careful. Now Madrano for 3 is good. Todd Robinson with it now, off to Marquis Dos Santos. Boxers back up by 2. Okunlola knocked out from behind. Zendon Correa picks up the loose ball to Okunlola. His long 2, no good. Correa uncontested rebound, goes back up off the glass and in.
Nice job by Correa getting the offensive boards, then using his body to work it in.
Morency high off glass and in. And a timeout called by Jamison Guimond. 51-49, the action picking up here quickly, Miles.
Yes, it's getting really hot out there. You'll see right here on the replay, Durfee with the nice pass and a nice all-in-one. Ball never touched the floor. His feet never touched the floor when he received the basketball and put it right up.
I'll tell you, the key to this game could be timeouts. Durfee has 1 remaining.
That's
whereas
it.
Brockton has all 5.
Yeah, Coach Bowen doesn't call a lot of timeouts. He lets his team play only when really necessary.
Thankfully.
Thankfully.
All right, Miles, let's talk about the news of the day. Kristaps Porzingis requested a meeting with the Knicks front office yesterday to discuss his future and what his role in the Knicks' long-term plans are. He did not ask for a trade in this meeting, but left this meeting thinking that maybe he'd be better off somewhere else.
Yeah, you know.
An hour later, he's traded to Dallas.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's tough when you're on a losing team and you're an all-star, and you just want to win. So obviously his agent or the New York front office made it happen. And where'd he go to?
Dallas.
Dallas Mavericks.
And now Durfee's bench calling for a backcourt. Zendon Correa with the athletic move as he was flying into the Boxer bench. Taps it in, but Durfee takes over. Medrano with the Euro step out to the top for Javon Hawley. His 3, no good. Okunlola with a rebound, and he hands it off to Todd Robinson.
Yeah, Durfee's really playing some good defense.
And Medrano commits a hold on Todd Robinson. And that's Medrano's 5th foul. Now Jamison Guimon's going to be careful because he's going at the official right in front of us. And he's trying to explain what a backcourt violation is. Well, they're getting into it. Jamison Guimon is physically demonstrating. Now the ref's giving it right back to him.
Right in front of us.
And we can't talk too loud because they're going to hear us. Well, I think we've all got a better understanding of what a backcourt violation is after that.
You'll see it right here. Let's see if we...
There it is. They're saying that's a backcourt. The ref said because his plant foot was behind the line, it's not a backcourt.
Exactly. So good non-call by the referees. I guess if that's the rule, that was a good non-call. And like you said, his main foot was planted in the backcourt, and he just brought his other foot over back.
That's the ref said his pivot foot is the one that was across the line. His plant leg was still behind the line, so that's why it's not a backcourt. The perks of sitting courtside. And fouled was Fletcher. He'll be at the line for a couple of shots. So, Miles, let's get into the other news. The rumors flying over Anthony Davis, where he'll go, what will the Pelicans get in return, what kind of leverage Davis has in determining his ultimate destination, which he said, unless it's Los Angeles, will be a one-year stop unless he falls in love with it. Or if the Celtics re-sign Kyrie Irving, then Davis will stay for the long term in Boston.
Yeah, well, I think it'd be a better fit for him to be in Boston. I mean, if he goes out to L.A., you got LeBron.
It's exactly what we need, another West Coast power team.
Yes. You know, you got LeBron, and Anthony Davis won't necessarily be the man. LeBron will be the man. But if he comes to Boston.
Could you imagine a big three of Jason Tatum, Kyrie Irving, and Anthony Davis?
Yeah, that's a scary thought.
Louis Charles, 3 is good from the corner.
That's a big shot by Louis Charles. Boxers really needed that shot.
We're going to say he was on the line. 55-49 the score. And Durfee hits a shot on the other side. That was Fletcher.
Boxers can't leave that open man. They're going to have to correct that.
Oddly reminiscent of that playoff game down in Fall River a couple of years ago, Miles, where both teams had swings, and ultimately it was a one-point victory.
And this is turning out to be a nail-biter.
Nara with some room to run along the side. Nealon Nara for Fletcher. Down low to Morency. No good. Tapped out, but taken by Fletcher. Blocked by Okunlola. Fletcher grabs the loose ball to Ty Lopes. Lopes sidesteps. Three is good.
Wow.
And it's a 1-point ball game, 55-54. Durfee clawing their way back in from a double-digit deficit. Now Robinson blocked loudly from behind, but it's a foul.
And nice pass by Zenden.
That was Isaiah Morency getting the hand, not the ball.
You'll see this block right there by Okundola.
And then Lopes with ice in his veins, hitting the three.
Got it, ice in his veins.
Dos Santos comes out in favor of Starks.
Robinson, Boxers need these free throws.
And Robinson, 1 of 2. 56-54, and an immediate push called. It's going to go against Zenden Correa for the push. And that puts Durfee in a 1-and-1 bonus situation.
Yeah, Zenden can't force himself. He should just use his long arms and just stay in front of the ball carrier and keep them long arms up and swinging.
Ty Lopes missing his first attempt. Good on his second. Correa high for Starks. Now it's Robinson getting between 3 Hilltoppers. He sends it over to Amir Louis Charles to Okunlola. Down low for Correa, and it's off the glass and in. Nothing you can do about that one.
Nothing you could do. That was picture perfect passing right there for the Boxers.
Now it's Lopes with a behind-the-back pass and foul by Robinson. Are they going to call it on Okunlola? Jose Morency at the line for 2 shots. Good on his first attempt. 58-55 the score. Zenden Correa coming down with the rebound. Two-point ball game, 58-56. Brockton on top, 2.5 to go. Amir Louis Charles to Jason Starks. Starks handing off for Robinson. Robinson to Starks, his 3, no good. Nara grabs the rebound for the Hilltoppers. Now it's Fletcher. Off the glass, no good. Tap back up and in. Isaiah Morency down low, and we have a tie ball game.
Morency with the athletic move. He skied over everybody, put that ball in the basket.
Okunlola. The foul is going to be called on Fletcher as Durfee's coach begging for a travel call.
Yeah, you just saw that extra effort by Morency.
Okunlola missing his first attempt. And good on his second. Brockton back with a lead. 2 minutes even to go. Fletcher intercepted by Okunlola.
Nice anticipation.
And he's fouled by Fletcher.
Really wasn't a good pass, but Okundola was ready. Made the effort to get up there and get it.
Well, he's a middle linebacker. He's always looking for that pass that's over the middle.
Exactly. Football instincts kicked in right there.
And he's back at the line for 2 shots. Brockton a double bonus situation here with a $1:53 to go. And a very big free throw made right there for Sonny Okunlola.
Very big.
Missing his second attempt, but carrying it out of bounds was Isaiah Morency. Brockton ball.
Yeah, that's because of the extra effort by Correa in there. Forcing the Durfee played even harder on the rebound, and it was off him.
You got to play the clock game here. If you're Brockton, waste out.
You're right.
At least 27 seconds off the clock before you put up a shot. A 3 for Louis
Bang.
Charles is good.
Bang! There we go.
And
Big
a timeout
shot.
called by Coach Bob Bowen of the Brockton Boxers. $1:35 to go, 5-point game, 63-58. Brockton on top. Miles, this one shockingly competitive in the second half.
Very competitive. That was an excellent display of using the 30-second clock on the half-court offense, finding the open man, and he makes the big shot after the Boxers took off about 15 to 20 seconds of that 30-second clock.
Amir Louis Charles coming up clutch for the Brockton Boxers to put them up by 2 possessions late in this one. 1:35 to go in the fourth quarter, and Durfee's going to have to get creative.
And what the Boxers don't want to do, they don't want to foul. Let Durfee earn it, getting it up the court. Just put some good defense on them, but don't foul. You don't want to put them on the line and let them make free throw shots. Make them shoot the ball, but make it hard for them to shoot it.
And this is a very important matchup after Brockton lost to New Bedford earlier on in the season. If
Very
Brockton
important.
wants to win the Big 3 and get the automatic berth into the MIAA South Sectional Playoffs, their first step is beating Durfee here tonight. Ty Lopes handing off to Javon Hawley. Hawley, only a freshman. Back to Lopes. His 3 is
Wow. Whoa. That was clutch.
good. 2-point ball game as Ty Lopes hits a 3. Robinson, finger roll is good.
That was clutch, too. No fear. Went right to the board. Went right to the hoop.
Ty Lopes to Neelan Nera. He's blocked by Okunlola and a foul called.
Must have been body contact.
Right there. Yeah, they're calling a hit on the arm.
Wow.
Nera good on his first attempt. Back to a 1-possession ball game. 60 seconds even remaining in this game. 65-62 your score. Make it 65-63. Back to a 2-point ball game. Okunlola to Robinson, up to Zendon Correa. Correa working his way in. He's blocked by Isaiah Morency. Now to Okunlola. Durfee calling for the travel. Okunlola off the glass and in.
That was clutch. That was clutch.
What
that
a
was
hook
not
shot
yeah.
by the Boxer big man, and Bob Bowen takes another timeout.
That was not an easy shot. Okunlola stretched out. Let's see it right here on the replay. Battles. Look at that.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
That was a Division I NCAA shot right there, folks.
And Jamison Quimont still yelling at the officials that I think it was Robinson in the corner should have been called for a travel.
It was close. It was. I could see it was close, but the referees determined it wasn't a travel.
I mean, at this point, what do you want the refs to do?
Exactly.
It's like a New Orleans Saints, Los Angeles Rams. You want to wipe out the score and
Start all
reset
over.
the clock and really.
Hey, that was a little bit more blatant there in that NFC Championship game.
I love the rhetoric from everybody after that. You got Sean Payton wearing a Roger Goodell clown shirt to a press conference. One of the Saints players showed up to the Pro Bowl wearing a blow whistles not game shirt.
Wow.
Never nowhere to go with it. And a 5-second violation called on the Hilltoppers. Brockton takes over.
Wow, great defense by the Boxers. Oh, no excuse there for Durfee. I mean, you got the big man taking it out. All he has to do is throw it high to somebody. Like that.
Okunlola, now there's a 10-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Brockton should waste out the majority of the next 20 seconds. Robinson doing just that, slowing it up. 28 on the game clock, 15 on the shot clock. Starks in for Correa. Okunlola wasting more time. Starks, 3.
Bang!
Bang! Jason Starks with the dagger, 18 seconds left. 7-point ball game. Bob Bowen taking another timeout. And the Boxers have a 7-point lead, 70-63.
You got that right. It was a dagger. Nailing the coffin right there. And again, great offensive half-court play by the Boxers, using up the 30-second clock, then finally finding the open man in the corner. He has ice cubes in his vein, and he hits the big three-point shot.
(70-63) the score. Miles, this has been a very back-and-forth competitive affair, save for the second quarter. They get a game ball to preemptively give to a player of each team. Who's got it?
Yeah, I tell you, for Durfee, Lopes hit a lot of big shots, number 25 for the Hilltoppers. For the Boxers, I'd have to go with Okunlola. I mean, he was a beast underneath. I had to give, actually, co-MVP Okunlola and Zendon Correa. Those two guys, 1-2 combination, when they were both in there, it really made it tough for Durfee to hang with the Boxers.
Correa has been fundamentally sound for the Boxers tonight. .6 to go, 7-point lead for the Brockton Boxers. Ty Lopes with it, he gets it over to Hawley, his long three no good, and as the clock expires, Zendon Correa comes down with one last rebound. 70-63 the final score. Brockton on top of Big Three divisional rival, the Durfee Hilltoppers. Miles, what a second half.
Yeah, the third quarter belonged to the Hilltoppers, but in the fourth quarter, Brockton buckled down and started really concentrating on defense as well as offense. And they came out, as you can see the score, a 7-point lead.
Well, I'm sure Bob Bowen's going to want to work on expanding the effort that the Boxers had in the second quarter of this one. They went, I think it was close to a 15-0 run in the second quarter. Durfee didn't score till there was under 2 minutes to go in that second quarter. If Boxers did that for the full 4 quarters, we're looking at a complete blowout.
Exactly. If it went for that second quarter, because that was just total dominance by the Boxers, and it kind of gave them a cushion. But you give Durfee credit; they came out in that second half, third quarter, and really clamped down on the Boxers' offense, and came roaring back to make this a really exciting basketball game.
All right, so Super Bowl 34-24, Pats on top. I'm taking 27-24, Pats on top. The final score here, 70-63. The Boxers getting the win over Big Three divisional rival, the Durfee Hilltoppers. For everyone here at Brockton Community Access Sports, my broadcast partner, Big Game Miles Jackson, I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson, and we will see you next game.